Have you ever wondered, where exactly was the Garden of Eden? Was it a real place or just a beautiful myth? What if I told you that for thousands of years, scholars, explorers, and theologians have tried to trace its exact location, and some claim they've come very, very close? Welcome to Old Topic, where we dive into the world's greatest historical mysteries. Today we unravel one of the oldest questions in human history. Where is the real Garden of Eden? According to the book of Genesis, the Garden of Eden was a paradise created by God, a lush and fertile land with flowing rivers, abundant fruits, and a perfect climate. It was in this very garden that the first humans, Adam and Eve, are said to have lived in harmony with nature until the fall. But here's where things get really intriguing. The Bible doesn't just describe Eden vaguely, it gives clues. It mentions 4 rivers: the Pishon, Gihon, Tigris, and Euphrates. The Tigris and Euphrates still exist today, flowing through modern-day Iraq. That has led many to believe Eden may have once existed in Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. But there's a catch. The other 2 rivers, Pishon and Gihon, remain a mystery. No known rivers today match their description, leading some to believe the names were metaphorical, or that the rivers dried up long ago, or perhaps they existed in a now sunken region. Many scholars believe Eden might have been located near the Persian Gulf, where ancient river systems could have merged. In 1987, satellite images revealed dry riverbeds beneath the Arabian desert. Some researchers claimed one of these, now called the Kuwait River, could be the lost Pishon. Others think the Gihon refers to the Nile, which would place Eden in Africa. Ethiopian traditions even claim the garden was near Lake Tana, the source of the Blue Nile. But this contradicts the idea of all 4 rivers converging in a single location. And then, there's the theory of Dilmun. Ancient Sumerian texts describe Dilmun as a paradise where the sun rises, a land of purity and immortality. Archaeologists believe Dilmun was located in what is now Bahrain and parts of the eastern Arabian Peninsula. Could Dilmun and Eden be the same? It gets deeper. Some Christian and Jewish scholars argue Eden wasn't on earth at all, but in a spiritual dimension. According to this interpretation, after the fall, Eden was hidden, protected by angels, and inaccessible to mankind. This view supports the idea that Eden was not just a place, but a state of perfect unity with the divine. And yet, modern archaeology hasn't given up. In southern Turkey, at a place called Göbekli Tepe, archaeologists uncovered an ancient site dating back over 11,000 years, older than any known civilization. Some suggest this could be connected to Eden. The region, known as the Fertile Crescent, matches the biblical description of lush lands between rivers. Others believe the real clue lies in ancient climate change. Thousands of years ago, the Arabian Peninsula was much greener than it is today. Rivers once flowed where now there is only desert. Could Eden have been lost to time, buried beneath sand and memory? Even more curious is how different cultures have their own version of Eden. The Sumerians had Dilmun. The Greeks spoke of the Garden of the Hesperides. In Indian mythology there is a land called Uttarakuru, depicted as an earthly paradise. In Chinese legend, a mystical land called Penglai existed, where immortals lived. All these point to a deep shared human memory of a lost paradise. Could Eden be a memory passed down from a forgotten time when early humans lived in harmony with nature, before the rise of cities, empires, and war? Or was Eden never a place at all, but a metaphor? A symbol of innocence lost, of a golden age we long to return to? And here's the final twist. In 2019, geneticists traced human ancestry to a region in southern Africa near Botswana. They claim this region is where modern humans first emerged around 200,000 years ago. Some have called it the real Eden, not in a religious sense but in evolutionary terms. Could it be that science and scripture are, strangely, telling the same story in different ways? The truth is, we may never know the exact location of Eden. Maybe it was Mesopotamia, maybe it was Africa, maybe it lies beneath the ocean, or within the stories we tell. What we do know is this: the idea of Eden continues to haunt and inspire us. Because it speaks to a universal longing, a longing for peace, for balance with nature, for a time before exile and loss. And perhaps, that is the real mystery. Thanks for watching Old Topic. If you enjoy exploring the hidden corners of history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell us in the comments, where do you think the Garden of Eden was? Until next time, keep questioning the past.